Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to From the Depths and to my Season 4 campaign. Now, what you're looking at is, well, probably a little bit of a surprise to some of you. This is a retrofit Thunderling. I have spent the last, well, a little while actually, putting this thing together, and I'm fairly happy with what I've managed to do. I brought it back to the main base to dock it up because over yonder is something I don't want to have to deal with right now. Truth be told, that is the main reason why the series has been delayed for the last week or so, because when I loaded the fortress in, as you can see, that happened. Very much not what I wanted to go on. I unloaded the fortress, loaded it back in, and the game kind of just jacked it up several meters. So now the underbelly is exposed. Any kind of defensibility it had is now gone. And honestly, it sapped my motivation for a couple of days because I was thinking, oh, we've got enemies bearing down upon us, and the fortress I was building to be a platform for my weapon system to defend us from those things is now all kinds of messed up. And I'm going to have to try and fix that in all before the enemy are here. So a lot of work, basically. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm starting to, I don't know, I kind of taking these sorts of things in stride, I guess, in a way that I'll just build a new design around the fact that the fortress is that much higher up. I'm not sure. We'll have a look at that. But I thought my time was better spent redesigning recladding the Thunderling in some metal armor so it can take a knock or two. Now, of course, the majority of it is still wood. Certainly the internals haven't really changed that much. It's just the first layer of the hull is now metal. Also, we have an upgraded AA cannon. This is the consecutive side hops. I felt that was fair. It can fire about 600 rounds per minute. Pretty much the same type of ammunition that we had before, though a little bit shorter, honestly. Slightly larger gauge, a little bit shorter, much more punchy. I threw this together as fast as I possibly could because, as I've mentioned, we have got an enemy bearing down upon us. They're not quite here yet. We may have enough time to build one or two more of these Thunderlings, and honestly, this is all we've got as far as defense. So there is a bit of pressure on me in that regard. But this weapon, when it actually gets involved in the conflict, should be more than capable of ending that conflict, at least with aircraft. I am talking out of my backside. I've not seen it do any of these things. I just live in hope. Basically, I am full of confidence and hope for something that has not been tested in any way. Call me mad if you will, you're probably right. Now, I am going to quickly move you out of play and move you off. We are going to need a new Thunderling group, I think. Also, because this is the first Thunderling, it shall be HMS Thunderling. All future Thunderlings are going to have their own name. Now, the way that we're going to work with this is I am going to ask that anyone who would like a name, post a comment in this episode. We'll probably have one or two more Thunderlings, and you can request one of them. The names will be chosen at random, as always. And if your name is picked, then you will get that Thunderling named after you. Let's select this vehicle and pull it over. We can have a nice little view of it. What? Oh, I'm on the Thunderling. Makes sense. Very well. Let's go back to Starting Fortress, shall we? There we go. Now, I'm going to lay down a cut here. We'll just watch the Thunderling slowly be constructed while we wait for the battle. Hopefully we'll have enough to build one or two of these. They're a little bit more expensive than the old one. Anyway, I shall see you soon. And welcome back. Here we are. This is the maximum force I was able to construct with the time I had remaining before the enemy were close enough that I really had to get out there and fight them. We have 4 Thunderling Mark II vessels, the original HMS Thunderling, and 3 new Thunderlings, all needing names. Now, as I've mentioned, pop a comment in the video below, and I will pick randomly by the next, or the episode after the next, depending on when I record and how long people have had to see this video, the names from that list of comments. It doesn't need to be mythological, it doesn't need to be anything. It could literally just be your YouTube name. If you want it to be called that, then you pop your comment there and I will pick at random. However, one thing I will not be picking at random is the name of the fleet. Now, the fleet is currently called the HMS Thunderling. Now, as fleets go, that's certainly not a bad name, but it could be better. I think I'm going to stick with the Imperium of Man kind of naming, specifically Space Hulks. I like naming things after Space Hulks. It also tests my knowledge. Now, we've had a lot of Harbingers in the last series. We had Harbinger of Woe, Harbinger of Misery. We're going to go with Heralds this time. And the most obvious, I guess, is the Herald of Oblivion, if this will fit. Herald of Oblivion, there we go. So this fleet is named after a pretty ill-fated Space Hulk, as things go. I mean, you could question the logic in naming my fleets after Space Hulks, considering what happened to pretty much all of them, but I don't care. They sound awesome, and we're going to be going with that. So it is time for us, at last, to strike out at the first enemy, who is right there. They are mostly flyers, from what I understand. In fact, pretty much all flies except for you. What are you? You're a Vanguard. Well, very well, Vanguard. You're about to meet your match, I hope. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous. We probably oh my lord! We definitely outranked them in terms of just raw firepower. I don't think we're going to have too much of trouble, actually. Okay, I may have been a little bit overly concerned. It's the one that comes after this one that I'm a little bit concerned about. Well, more concerned about, because there's a lot more in it, and also there's things that I haven't fought before. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll cut our teeth on you. You can see the awesome new AA gun at the very least. Let's begin the battle. And straight down. Where am I? Ah! I can't load you in. So loud! Ouch! My ears! That's what happens 600 rounds per minute. Lots of yellow flares. I've also adjusted their navigation AI. They're going to be a little bit less runaway, basically. Oh, you seem to be out of fuel. That is no good. No good at all. Nevertheless, looks like we're winning. Yeah, we shouldn't have too much problem. I may have forgotten to get one of you, yeah, probably you, since you're not moving. I may have forgotten to get you loaded up from the fortress before I brought you out here. Ah, that's nice. Everything is dead. Long before it became an issue. Also, Super Serious Punch. Come on, Super Serious Punch. You know you want to smack one of these tiny little planes. That's all you've been doing lately. No? You're just going to let it be the consecutive side hops? Well, I suppose that's fine as well. Let the shockwave alone destroy our enemies. Okay, well, this is a completely anticlimactic battle. I was very concerned and just shouldn't have been. Ah, well. I think we'll just take this fleet out immediately and just start conquering territory until they eventually and almost inevitably get crushed. Because it's going to happen, unfortunately. Let's see, how are you doing? Hopefully, we can pick up some oil from over here. Unfortunately, the AA gun's not especially accurate right now. I mean, they're trying, bless them, but this flying in circles is a surprisingly effective tactic. That's right, air balloon. Pull it up. Stop it being able to spin in such tight circles. No? Yes? Full speed ahead. Straight towards the target. Come on, Super Serious Punch. You've got to hit one of these. We're knocking blocks off. I think we've got it. Nothing like a bit of manual control. So many flares. Only I think 2 out of the 12 belt-fed autoloaders actually have flares in them. I could probably drop it to 1. I just didn't feel comfortable only having 1, considering, but, well, maybe that was a bit of a mistake. Okay, we win! Hurrah! Finally. Oh, my lord. Okay, I have restocked our resources. Let me turn that off. There we go. So, they've all got enough fuel. They've all got as much ammo as they can. They're generally keeping a minimum of everything else so that they can repair. We are going to be fighting up against an Atlas. Is that a coffin bolt, perhaps? A casket bolt. A Marauder. Another 2 Atlases. And a casket bolt. Because we're going to fight all of them at the same time. So, let's just jump into this battle and see how it goes. Hopefully, pretty good. Let's take 21,000 blocks, please. I want everything in this battle. It is only fair. There we are. Now, I haven't even gotten to upgrading the rest of the weapons on the Thunderlings yet. That will come in time. What I'll probably do is each time I break to kind of upgrade it, I'll upgrade 1 cannon and a little bit more of the hull until the whole thing is upgraded. The only things firing any decently is the AA gun. That's actually quite impressive. Let's bring out the binos. Wow, that Marauder is getting utterly ruined. And that's just by the AA gun. It's like the Avatar all over again. Why is the AA... Ah, there we go. The AA guns have finally realized that they've got an Atlas in range. There we go. Is this one of the upgraded Atlases? I don't think it is. It doesn't really matter. It's about to die. All of that firepower. I'm thinking of taking off the fall of shot projectors off the consecutive side hops cannons. They're just filling the screen with lines unnecessarily, really. We're moving on to the next thing. The casket bolt next. Oh, no. Well, they're kind of trying to split the fire between the casket bolt and the Marauder, by the seams of it. Ah, no, it's just the main cannons now firing on the Marauder. Casket bolt already been knocked out of the sky. That's fantastic. Alright, what's up next? I think everything's going for the Atlas and the Marauder over yonder. Making very short work of it. Very short work indeed. This is actually quite cathartic, honestly. Wonderful. We should be able to hoover up quite a lot of resources as well. Certainly enough to keep our ammo supplies going. Probably not fuel. We are going to need some sort of support vessel, and I'm already thinking about that, because one thing that the Thunderlings don't have, any kind of missile defense. They have nothing. If something attacked it with missiles, really wouldn't matter. Not that they have much in the way of cannon defense either. They have no shields. The only thing that will help them is the fact that their hull is metal, and that will help as much against missiles. But what I would like is an actual support ship. I've already got a name in mind. A ship that will generally have fuel production, heavily shielded, lots of missile defense, no real cannons. It might have 1 or 2 dinky cannons on it, but it's not really there to fight. It is there to resupply and repair the fleet. Also have quite large stockpiles as well of various resources. So it'll be the main ship hoovering up all of these resources, and probably only need 1 per fleet. That is beautiful. I'm very impressed. Why is that one just sat there doing nothing? Have we taken out all of its propellers? We might have, actually. How far away are the Thunderlings? Are they crashing? Really, guys? There's 3 of you trying to mate. I mean, I'm not yet to judge, I suppose. Right, let's have a look. What are you, dinky little coffin nail wannabe? Actually kind of cute. I like it. Shame about the old custom cannons, though. Oh, it's using thrusters, perhaps, to get the rotation? Or perhaps thrusters to get the forward momentum. Could be either, I suppose. It's going to die very quickly, though. There we go. And explosions. The shells with the traces on are actually explosive rather than flak. they have no chance to actually hit. If they miss, there's not going to be an explosion. There's no timed fuse or anything like that. It's just explosive. So it all comes down to whether that shell actually hits something. And they wiped out the Marauder with the AA guns. Well, that being said, the main cannons have been working on this Marauder the entire time, so that's completely unfair to say. But looking at the damage, I would say at least a couple of super serious punches have hit the Marauder. Okay, well, that was not bad at all. We have claimed this land for our own. Alright, let's get out there. Pull all. Let's get down there. Hoover up all of these resources. Also, go ahead and repair yourselves with your repair bots. That's the only thing I have to repair them with. Alright, what kind of resources have you got? You're not doing too badly. You've got more... Well, you've got loads more crystal. I think that was actually a mistake on my part when I was getting it set up. Very low on ammunition. Very, very low on ammunition. That is no good. I'm going to need to try and sort that out. Hopefully, we can... I'm assuming the fleets kind of share their resources amongst each other. Otherwise, it doesn't really make much sense. Keep a minimal amount of everything. Or I could just tell them to keep none. And thus share everything. In fact, keep... high levels of your ammo. All of you keep high levels of your ammo. That way, hopefully, you'll share it amongst each other. That is my hope. But we're going to move on, I think. We've got a couple of other places nearby. We could crack on a fortress. Yeah, I think that would be a good place to wrap this one up for this episode. So, I'm trying to avoid showing what's lurking over there. I want to keep that as a bit of a surprise. I actually don't know myself. I literally wanted to be surprised. I hope it's something really big and powerful. Right, we're going to have a big old brawl. To wrap up this episode, we're going to go against a fortress, and you as well, whatever you are. I think it's another casket bolt. Yeah. Okay, right, well, let's position the troops. You can be facing that way. The flagship Thunderling can be down here. And you can be over there. We'll just spread them out nice and wide there. We've got... This is natural, metal, oil, and crystal. No scrap, though. That's interesting. Scrap may be a bit of an issue. But yeah, we want to kind of have a wide distribution of our ships around here. Because I don't want them crashing with each other again. That was quite annoying. Okay, well, the flagship should be loaded in first, I feel. There we go. It is time for a battle. We dwarf the enemy tonnage here. There's practically no conceivable way that they're going to win. You know what? I'll just watch this from the map. It'll be interesting to see. Ooh, they're actually firing quite a lot. Let's pop over there and see that up close. Sorry about the sound there. Are these actual bullets or... Oh, wow, we've already taken out the fortress? You are kidding me. Seriously? Sinner's outpost is already gone? I'm so sorry. I assumed that we would have much more time to look at it. It's... The last time I saw it, it was actually quite a pretty outpost as well. Damn it. Thunderlings, you're too effective. That doesn't mean I want you to be less effective, by the way. I'm just saying OP. Oh well. That was nice and easy for us. Bit of an anticlimactic end to the episode, honestly. I do apologize. Oh well. Worst things could happen. We could have lost. Alright, let's go hoover everything we can. Speed up the game. Ooh, the enemy are quite close. Let's grab you if we can. Come on. Join us, scrap. There we go. Perfect. Now we've got a gantry over here. Now, if I am recalling correctly, there are actually coastal defenses there. So that'll be an interesting way to start off the next episode. But it looks like our little fleet here has actually accrued a reasonable amount of resources. I think they're probably nearing the maximum storage capacity. So I'm probably going to have them hit this coastal embankment, then head back. And in the next episode, Well, we'll fight this and whatever's sneaking up on us, and then head back and continue work on our outpost for a little bit. We need a new ship, though, and that is going to be designed entirely in the campaign mode. It will not, like the Thunderlings, be designed on a stream or anything like that, so hopefully it'll give the enemy a little bit of time to recuperate and send some larger forces at us, just in time for the new ship to come online and show us what it's made of. But that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed, and will be joining us for the next, but until then, and as always, do take care.